When I was shuffling the cards, I got this message about vertigo, feeling very, very, very dizzy. So I don't know if many of you are doing something where you're on very high elevations. I'm seeing like high altitudes, hiking for some of you. Working in an environment where you're in a very high elevation. The air is thinning out, and I feel like you're getting a little bit dizzy. I see some of you as well being spun around on the dance floor by your partner and, having a good time. But I feel this energy of getting dizzy, too many choices, too many options, getting dizzy as well. Spinning in circles as well is what I'm hearing. And spinning in circles can denote a situation where patterns, habits are, it's like going around in circle, communicating in circles with another person. So that those things are, those are the messages that came out initially. So as you can see, I changed the spread, and the first five cards on the top row deals with your main five cards, and I clarify them with 3 cards each for the bottom row. Okay, so the first card I have out here is the King of Coins. I really like this person. This indicates a significant relationship partner. This is somebody that has their things together. They're financially stable, emotionally stable, very generous, very loving, very giving, and they're ready to be in a relationship. So this denotes usually an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This is somebody that is very, very consistent. They like to solve problems. And when you're with them, you don't need to worry about anything because they've got everything covered. They think about all the possibilities, all the different scenarios. They know how to pack for a rainy day. They know how to save up for a rainy day. They know how to plan things out so that, situations don't get out of control. And they're very, very much like they're so dependable that you never have to worry about anything. I feel like there might have been a lot of conflict in the past with this person. They might not express love and emotions the way that you express love and emotions. And I feel like this is somebody that can give you a dose of reality. If you have like plans that have not been worked through, that have not been well thought out, they're not afraid to tell you, hey, you're a little bit premature in your assessment, or hey, you're not doing that the right way. And oftentimes, being a fixed sign, if somebody is not with you, they're against you. And so I feel like you might have felt this way in the past. Like, do they really love me? Why aren't they supportive of all the things that I planned or conjured up? But I feel like over time, you come to the realization that this person is just practically minded. If there's a hole in your strategy or in your plan, they're going to tell you that because they don't want you to proceed with something that is not perfect. And so I feel like over time you might have realized that this person didn't do it out of spite. They just do it because they care. And they do it because they want you to have the best. And I feel like it took a long time for you to come to this realization. This is someone who's incredibly dependable. And for some of you, this is a soulmate connection here. We have here the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups in this card is, it's a really beautiful depiction because it's two people trying to build a nest together. Two people who are fated to meet because they have complementarities that the other person needs. So you have something that they need. You're fun, you're adventurous, and I feel like they might be a little bit of a homebody or a stick in the mud, and they might need you to allow them to step out of their comfort zone. Whereas they're very meticulous and methodical, so they might help you ground your plans and your dreams, and they will help you, strategize to allow you to have everything that you want and to work towards the things that you want in a practical way. And so I feel like you're no longer questioning or doubting this person. For others of you, this can indicate meeting somebody like this if you're dating. It's a great person. The energy is really strong for partnership. The second card that you have here is the Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins is about stability in the household. Property, estate planning. It can also signify a situation where the foundation is very, very solid. And let me see what this relates to. I have here an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra that you might have children with, that you might have shared space with, you might have as well joint finances with, and you might share property with. There is a process where you're dividing up your assets. Okay, so for some of you, this could be like a partner, like a divorce or a separation that you're going through. For others, I feel like you're you're consulting somebody when it comes to estate planning, when it comes to a will, when it comes to a situation where somebody left behind a lot of assets or a huge property, and it's being divided up between a lot of different family members, and everybody wants a piece, and everybody is a little bit on the self-serving end. There might not have been a will left behind, and I feel like everyone is lawyering up in order to get a piece of the pie. I'm also sensing it doesn't even have to be cutthroat, but it's just very unclear as to, did grandma leave this to Uncle Jim? Did grandma leave that to, Aunt Mary? So I feel like things were not very well planned out. And there's lack of a will or lack of an estate planning. And as a result of it, there has to be like some type of a professional consultant, like a lawyer or somebody, or what are those people called? The ones that I just call it an estate planner, somebody that has to be there, like a third party has to come in or an outsider has to come in order to fix the situation because there was lack of financial planning. The next card that you have here is the Eight of Wands. And this is a card about travel, swift movement, and swift communication through online or through social media or even through, text messages. So a lot of communication coming into the picture. What I feel happening is this is coming through. It's like an acceleration when it comes to your income generating potential. So some of you might have sent, pieces of yourself out there, like waiting to hear back from a financial institution, waiting to hear back from jobs, waiting to hear back from internships, waiting to hear back from some type of an organization that I feel would enhance your career or enhance your income generating potential. I'm seeing as well waiting for feedback from teachers, from counselor to see if everything. I'm seeing a lot of people in school who are consulting an academic counselor or who are consulting their professors to finalize some things when it comes to their course of study. So you might ask somebody, like, did I meet all the requirements? Did I take all the right classes? Or you might ask a teacher, did I do this the right way? Did I pass the exams? Can I make up an exam? And then some of you waiting to get an okay for them before you publish something. Okay, so for those working on thesis, dissertations, even big projects, so that's what I'm feeling. There's a major acceleration in it. So I feel like it's going to happen for you, and it's going to happen really, really, really fast. So make sure you get everything done in a timely manner because the turnaround time is very fast. For those of you looking for like a new place of employment, I see that happening as well. The move might happen very quickly as well. I'm also sensing many of you are plotting like a lot of travel. And as we close out the year, we are heading into the holiday season. So travel is highly indicated. And I see that across the board for many of the signs. But I feel like there's a lot of things that you need to get done and wrap up in order to be able to travel and not have to be working, while you're traveling. Okay. The next card here is the Seven of Cups. This is being inundated with a lot of options, a lot of choices. And also, it's a neutral card, but depending on what other cards clarify it. Okay, so let's just see. I definitely feel like you're applying to something, applying for work, applying for a scholarship, applying for an internship, hoping to get picked up for an internship, hoping to get picked up for work, hoping to win a scholarship. And I feel like, time is limited, resources are limited. And so for many of you, I see like applying for medical school, applying for a residency program as well. And these applications, I feel like they're time consuming and they're very, very expensive. So you don't know, like how many you should apply for. You don't know, you don't want to squander your resources. I feel that you need to, have at least 7 options available to you. I also feel like you might need more money than you're counting on. So for example, if you're applying for the school and you're looking through their tuition and the school says, 35,000 a year, it doesn't factor in, accommodations and books and things like that and healthcare. So you kind of need to set aside a little bit more money than what the printed number is telling you. Okay, so they're saying like to really read between the lines and to, be meticulous about not only reading between the lines, but to be realistic. Be realistic about, let me see the best way to put this. I feel like you're going off the numbers and you're not digging deeper. So they're saying to dig a little bit deeper. What does that number really entail? So for example, if you're looking at a job, right? And they're telling you 30,000 a year plus commission. Ask them what percentage of the commission, and ask them, are the commission scales like consistent? After 5 years, am I getting the same commission percentage, or are you going to increase? And then ask them, if I make salesperson of the year, are you going to up my income? So you have to ask a lot more probing questions than just, whatever you're gleaning right off the bat. So whatever the number is, whatever the figures are, there's more to the story and you have to dig a little bit deeper. Okay. And you have to ask these probing questions either through email them directly before you even bother going to the interview. Because I feel like some things sounds great on paper and you might be mesmerized by the figures, but you're not really looking behind the scenes. So that's what I'm sensing. So it's like something is too good to be true. And then once you get the itemized breakdown and you realize, wait a minute, that's not what was promised to me. Well, in fact, it was there, but I feel like you didn't ask the right questions. So be careful about that. Okay, be very careful about that. Whatever chance you get, ask those questions. I feel for many of you too, this is kind of a career path. Different paths, different opportunities as well when it comes to your big, grand career. I'm also seeing some of you waiting on money coming through from a financial institution. The money it seems to me like there's going to be money coming through, but it seems like a little bit less than what you're hoping for. So you might have to cut corners a little bit. You might have to, apply for another grant, another source of funding, reaching out to another financier. The last card that we have here is the 9 of Coins. This is a card about overcoming financial troubles and financial worries, having your money grow for you in terms of having, rental properties where you have residual income constantly. And this is also a card about self-employment. Many of you have dabbled in self-employment, and I feel some of you are going back to it. And then I see for others of you, you're expanding your business, you're relocating your physical business into a new environment, and you are looking for advertisers or you're looking for a way to market yourself. I sense as well, some of you are contemplating, about shifting from a 9-to-5 job, going into self-employment. And you feel like you have the skills, and I see like a lot of trepidation, not so much fear, but like anxiousness. It's a mixture of excitement and anxiousness, right? Mixture of excitement and anxiety regarding this decision. but I feel like you have somebody on your side that's really encouraging you, giving you a lot of emotional support, and telling you, kind of like playing your cheerleader behind the scene, you can do it, you can do this. And I feel like you're taking the plunge. There definitely are a lot of logistics to work out, but I definitely feel like you sense this is the right time, and you sense that you have the competencies in order to make this a success. Okay. And I feel honestly a lot of it stems from the fact that you have a lot of people kind of rooting for you, and you have a lot of people that are telling you you're more than capable. And this is like the honest opinions coming from people that you trust. Okay. So I wish you the best, Leos, and best of luck with everything for this week.